I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that sometimes your friend might lose a bunch of weight, usually on keto, let's say, and you just want to do it too, and especially if they said it was easy, right? So you try, but it doesn't actually end up working as easily for you as it worked for them. And it's because effortless weight loss doesn't actually exist, right? It's not a thing. But if we chase effortless weight loss, it leads us to actually gain weight because we end up in a yo-yo dieting situation. My friend lost weight, and then I'm trying to do what they did. I'm going to ask them questions and hoping that they're going to explain to me, how did they do this? Right? And then I'm going to think that if I just go off and do the exact same thing that they did, I'm going to get the same results. And then I go off and I try to do exactly what they did. And guess what happens? I don't get the results. Now the question is, why don't I get the same results that they got? Part one, did I actually do what they did? Right? Did I do exactly so? Maybe for their body, 20 grams of carbs is going to work. And then I'm going to think that my body is going to behave the same way. Well, in fact, what I learned when I did keto is that even though most people apparently on 20 grams of carbs or less, they're in ketosis, that didn't work for me. I had to be under 18 in order for me to even get into that ketogenic state. So, can I just do what they did and have the same result? Of course not. For their body, maybe they were eating all the vegetables, eat that rainbow and doing that 7 to 10 cups that Dr. Berg talks about all the time. Well, when I was eating all those vegetables, I learned that my body reacts to nightshades. Again, can I do what they're doing and get the same results? No, because my inflammation was coming back. They were able to lose a good amount of weight without fasting, let's say. And maybe I'm going to be the person that needs to fast, right? Because maybe I have so much damage, my body needs to repair itself. Or maybe I just have that much weight to lose that I need to fast in order. So it's not because they were able to do something and get a specific result. That means that I'm going to be able to do what they did and get the exact same result. Because, okay, here's another part of the story. Maybe my life and my circumstances of life are different than their life and what they lived, right? Have you ever been vegan? Well, apparently being vegan means that your body would have gone through different things than my body would have gone through. I know that my parents were from the Caribbean. So my history with piles of food, first of all, on my plate, but a lot of that food being a lot of starch, right? The rice and the pasta and the potatoes that was on my plate as a small child. Maybe you didn't have that same thing on your plate as a small child. These things absolutely matter. Have you ever been a smoker or a drinker? Right? Again, the damage that's causing to your body. These things matter. What about being in a major accident? Right? Being hospitalized for a large amount of time, or like some huge thing that you didn't, like, nobody could predict that's what happened to me. When they're telling me, oh, Violet, just do this diet and you're gonna have success. But my body, having gone through that big trauma, is my body going to react the same way that your body reacts? What your body has been through matters. And doing what someone else did can only take us so far. It's so important for us to actually know why my body is reacting the way it does so that I can make adjustments. So then, in order for me to do that, I need to understand how the food I'm eating actually impacts my body and how it's supposed to impact a body, which now comes to this other piece of information is that there is actually a good food. Like, food matters, and what the food is in my, like, all this stuff matters. I need, it's not even just, like, is it kind of important? We need to understand what carbohydrates, proteins, and fats do in the body to really understand why eating some things impact me one way and other things impact me another. And add to that, we need to know what extras are in the carbohydrates we eat that could be impacting our body negatively. I wasn't aware that I had a problem with nightshades until I ate them in small amounts and still was having reactions. And that all of a sudden I realized it wasn't a carbohydrate problem. I was having another reaction. And if I hadn't let myself understand that, I'd still be eating them thinking, oh, well, but Mary was eating potatoes on her or even peppers on her keto diet and she was fine, but I'm not. And I won't be because I react to nightshades. We need to let ourselves first see the information. And then when we have that information, we need to use that information to our benefit. And the only way that we can do that is to understand what the food we're eating is supposed to be doing in our body, and then kind of putting that beside. And are we getting the reaction that we're looking for? I'm eating healthy vegetables and still reacting. Those vegetables aren't actually healthy for me. We can't just copy someone else's diet and believe that we're going to get the results that they got because I'm a different person than you, and my body has been through different things than your body has been through. But also, I'm going to react differently. I'm going to cook it differently. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff differently than what you did. And will I do it in the same proportions? Maybe I'm going to eat 3 meals a day and you were only eating 2. You're telling me, oh, but these are the things I ate, but I'm eating them just more, right? I can't just expect to copy somebody else and get their results. The goal is to understand how food impacts us and then use that information to heal our body and be healthy long term, like well into the future. I want to play with my grandkids and perhaps even my great grandkids. And how do I get that to happen?